You also hear arguments that the Bible permits slavery. So if the Bible is so wonderful, then why are there all these weird sections of the Bible where it talks about wiping peoples from the earth, where it talks about enslaving other human beings? Some things that we would certainly consider moral evils today are contemplated by the Bible and not banned by the Bible. So why is that?
Well, let me address briefly first this question of slavery. When we hear the word slavery, Ben, we think of slavery as it existed in the American South.
Oh, no.
And as you know, that is nothing like the system that existed in ancient Israel. In ancient Israel, there was no social safety net sponsored by the state. There was no poverty program. So if a man got himself into a situation where he couldn't pay his debts, he could keep his family together and retain his self-respect by selling himself as an indentured servant to his creditor until he could work off his debts, and then he would have to be set free. After 7 years, he had to be set free in any case. So this was really a form of indentured servanthood. It wasn't slavery as we think of that term. This was actually an anti-poverty program. And in some respects, I think it's...
Let's stop there.
Holy, who is this guy?
Apparently he thinks he's a Mintock from the Lynch Dune movies with that lipstick.
Wow.
Yeah, wait. Who is he though? Do we have?
Yeah. So okay. I should give some background here. William Lane Craig is a philosopher who's like he's like a very famous sort of theistic philosopher and Christian apologist. He debated with Christopher Hitchens back in the day. That's covered extensively in the book. I mean, he actually did a pretty good job of that. I don't think he would have done as well if they had been arguing about biblical slavery. But this is one of my favorite things about William Lane Craig, that he I mean, he just bites bullets like gleefully, right? Like when he's like, okay, what do I have to defend now? Okay, let's see.
It's an anti-poverty program, slavery. That's a good bumper sticker for this.
Ben Shapiro, noted fan of anti-poverty program. I mean, honestly, though, this seems to jive better with some sort of libertarian conception of anti-poverty, which is you could sell yourself as property, so you become someone else's property. So as long as property rights are maintained, right, that's like
right. And as long as it's a free market decision as to the price,
which is your life, all of your rights.
Yeah, but it'll live for 7 years, so it's cool. I mean, like it's that's fine. I mean, we could have that today.
Except that 7 years in the time of the Bible was 1/3 of your life. That's a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, because I mean, right now we would all find that unobjectionable. I mean, if we just
Yeah, 7 years is like that's the length of Trump's next presidency. It's not that long.
Yeah, no, that'd be totally fine. If I mean, if we had like if somebody was like if somebody, a worker at a warehouse was unable to meet their obligations and they just sold themselves to Jeff Bezos for 7 years, and they would set up a little cot for them in the warehouse, and there'd be guards.
No. He has to, in that deal, he has to negotiate that he gets to sleep at home, because that was this guy's point. That you get to keep your family together by you maintain your dignity. It's dignity plus family plus slavery. That's
I think the sad thing is, like, how many people do you think would take that? I think a lot.
Unfortunately, right. That's what we're living in.
This guy has such a shit-eating grin right now while defending slavery. Imagine, guess what someone's facial expression would be while defending slavery. I would not guess this.
Yeah, or the flip, like you just stop. What do you think he's defending with this?
What is he talking about right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. What religious standpoint is he coming from? He's not Jewish? He's a Christian guy?
No. So William Lane Craig is a Christian. He's a right-wing Protestant kind of Christian, and Ben Shapiro, of course, is Ben Shapiro, of course, is Jewish, which was commenting when we were watching. We did the segment where we were with Ryan, where we were talking about his book, which unfortunately I have read, The Right Side of History: How Reason and Moral Purpose Made the West Great. That throughout that book, he uses this term Judeo-Christian a lot. Judeo-Christian values.
We were just talking about that last week. It's just a terrible mashup, because as I was talking about that with Feldman and my dad last week, where when any Jew hears the phrase Judeo-Christian, they just hear Christian. That's what that means.
No,
Anyway.
it's totally what that means.
Yeah.
And like in most of his examples, right? Like if you're talking about, medieval Europe, right? I mean, like you're not talking about things that, Jews did, for the most part, right? That's
it's like saying a BLT in the Judeo-Christian sense. Well, that's hard to wrap
Wait,
your
what's
head
the B?
Yeah.
Well, the LT is the Jewish part, and the B is
BLT and the Judeo. Yeah, and I
brisket.
remember
In the Jewish one, it's brisket.
brisket.
saying,
I love a good brisket. BLT.
Lettuce tomato sandwich, as we all do. That it is kind of a shame that Ben Shapiro, was forced to use that awkward phrase throughout the book. That if he'd been born in some like nice Episcopalian family, he could have just said Christian, and like simplified the issue so much more. You have been watching free public content from Give Them an Argument. To access every single episode of the show, the main show on Monday nights, all of the streams, all of the debate breakdowns, all of the patron-exclusive post-games on Monday nights, all of the patron-exclusive bonus episodes every week, and much, much more, go to patreon.com/Ben Burgis. I cannot resist ending this with, don't be foolish.